Ooh-wee. You know who I be? You know what I come with. Um, okay. All right. 24 hours, okay? And basically, the biggest details of this whole situation is, and I feel that what I'm about to say, a lot of people gonna be, I'm seeing people's mouth like, and then I'm also here, how did they know? Like, oh my God, whatever, right? So, whew, them shower epiphanies be everything. Do you hear me? Let me get myself prepared, okay? All right. I'm trying to before I even release this because I'm just sitting here like, God damn. Good God Almighty. So the next 24 to 72 hours would be critical for a group of people. It's also going to be very critical and crucial. It's going to lead to some big controversy as well for the LGBTQ ABC motherfucking community, okay? For somebody, there is somebody that is a transsexual stealing your content, trying to use it as their own. Okay, so someone be very, aware of that, you know. But like Nike, they say just do it. So in this case of investigation, okay, um, I feel like the feds had a clue, but it kind of like threw them off a little bit. But here's the case and clue for this whole situation. As a matter of fact, they told me wait 5 minutes in, baby, 5 minutes in. Give me a sec. Okay. Let me get the clarification. Are we dropping this? Child, is they wash, baby? Do we have is upset washing on the outside of this? Okay. Somebody's chest is racing. It's like, do they know? Yes. All right. So in this scam of, I don't know if someone's trying to catch a trafficking ring or this bus is going to be so immaculate, but it's going to require for some of the people that um, the officials or the government is doing. So granted, in this situation where the government, I know Florida is probably doing it at this point because it's like people trying not to get caught up or it's people sitting here doing it. One thing and one major detail that kind of stuck out for me to pay attention to was, what's his name? Bruce Jenner talking about he want to go back to his gender, right? And the reason being why he wants to go back to it, because once they discovered, which I feel like he didn't know, but then once he discovered what was going on, basically the new scam or the trafficking has been where you'll get most of them. They're either going to be black, Brazilian, Colombian, or Mexican, because they are more efficient with making the men look more like women. So for somebody, a major thing was these people coming from these countries marrying men that they knew was American, right? But they're men. But these men in their country killed their wives, so they become transsexual, so they could be a woman, right? And with them, they will keep the kids or whatever and have the kids call them mom. But mind you, these are men, okay? So meaning if you run the DNA on these people portraying as women, they're actually men. And they have utilized the fact that people would look over the fact of these. The facts are facts. And somebody knows for a fact that this is what's been going on. It's a Virgo. Stop. Get out of point. Whoever you are playing in the back of my phone, all you doing is putting my point. You making me valid. And I appreciate you. families in the lifestyle of, crime like that. And these people right now, it's just like, oh my God, transsexuals. They're using them to try to get the children or the drugs because they felt like, oh, this illusion. And then you got to pay attention to some of these women that's just so, oh, my gay friend. Most of the time, like I said, it's usually military men, people that work in, they, could you stop? You know, female, I swear to God, you want to be a move around. I swear to God, you want to be a move around. It ain't gonna cause me to be frustrated. You're just mad because you're getting outed. Somebody is so mad that they're getting outed that my phone keeps saying reconnecting, trying to stop the stream or whatever the case may be. So whatever it is, I know for a fact I'm on the money. Okay, I'm on the money with everything I say. Even if I have to re-record it and then upload it, I'm going to get this message out today regardless. I was told today that this message had to come out today, okay? And like I said, where they was trying to, pull the scam and pull the sham and wool over people's eyes, no. So a lot of people, be mindful of online dating, people wanting to miraculously invite you out, food, drinks, restaurants, communities, lifestyles, be mindful because a lot of them are caught up in these rings. Most of them are dealing with, immigrants and stuff like that to help them traffic. And they have these ties. Okay. I mean, the reason being why I'm like, damn, a reason being how I know a lot that this really is for real, is a real thing, because as a kid, Dallas, Texas, Donna Chapman was on this shit. That's how he or she, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't care to be politically correct, but Donna was a man. Donna was Donnie, okay, before Donna. And that's what, they used him because they knew, we used to call her Medea. And she did hoodoo and voodoo and shit back in the day. So that's where, most of them learned it. And then, of course, when it came to our other folks, we had folks in Louisiana, Creole and stuff like that. But they used to be in the dark world and stuff like that. So, like I said, anything that I know is from experience and stuff like that. But I didn't feel, you know what I'm saying, that this was something that people, but it was like with dude, he was the giveaway. He was like the giveaway, the key, the sauce, the source to it. And then his baby mama made it like a dead giveaway. But I was like, I wanted to really fucking ignore them. But I was like, well, I can't ignore it if they keep trying to do telepathy and they're still doing divination on me, paying people to get readings. You can tell when people are getting readings, right? And the main key and source for you to know when people are trying to read your energy, what type of people, you can even tell if it's music celebrities like impeding on your energy. You know what I'm saying? It was just like Telekinesis, the song from Neo. He had this bad habit of like, okay, well, this is type of music she liked to listen to. So I was like, okay, the song I posted, so I was like, all right, someone is doing this. But then it was like the interference with them. Anybody that knows, Neo, goes both ways. But a lot of these people they tend to do it because it was a trauma. That's why as a woman, if a man has to keep trying to do that, like, oh, let's do, a trio or stuff like that, let that man go. Let him go get that out of his system with whoever else is really down with that. When you're a real woman and you on your stuff, you ain't got time for none of that. I'm not trying to bring everybody to the bedroom. And if I did, it's probably just something for off the whim or a special occasion just to keep, the spice up. But even then, you know what I'm saying? The person will be in that job. But like I said, a lot of things is not doing that. But also, this was a form of someone trying to take the eyes off of them. Because like I said, as you can see in this card, clearly, what is they trying to cover up? This person is trying to cover up the fact that they traffic in weapons. They bring in mercenaries from out of the country. All this stuff. Also, is somebody trying to cover up that what they did to somebody. A Leo. Somebody could be a habitual cheater, a habitual liar, a pathological liar. You know what I'm saying? Like people try to do this, you know, even this, it was like I had clearly seen, I was like, I hope my teenager, they didn't use my daughter to unalive her brother or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like it was just so much all involved and tied into this that I was just like, ain't no way. But I'm trying to take a shower, I'm trying to sleep. I'm seeing it in my dreams as I'm taking the shower. I'm seeing it vivid, clear as day. So I'm just like, someone needs to pay attention to someone, whoever it is that they, you know, keep doing it. Because when it came to him, it was just like, every person you showed me is a man. All that they want to be a she motherfucker, and then the fact that he was wanting to be politically correct, like, bro, you just stay the fuck out of my way, out of my space. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what you want, but it's a game for you. Because it was just like when I had the last meetup with him in March, it was like I saw this motherfucker smirk at the door, and I was like, all right, bet. Game on. You know what I'm saying? You want to play this game? I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm airing it out, right? I ain't gotta air you out with, with the 15 round. I'm gonna air it out with everything and every fucking detail that you felt that wasn't there, right? Also, it had allowed me to know, like, he had this thing with Tekashi 6ix9ine. I was like, motherfucker, you had an NDA, so you one of them motherfuckers that you like clout. You a groupie type dude, so whatever it is, you gonna be willing to do whatever for the money. But then also he had the same pattern as my, ex-husband or my false person, whoever the fuck he is, James. But James already knew he had an addiction. Like he couldn't keep it in his pants, and it was just like at the very beginning of the marriage, it was like shit, I could get it any time. But then actually, once we left, I was like, yeah, you on that shit. And then when his mama just bust out of her own mouth, Regina sitting there as we talking, girl, I was a big time hoe. I'm a nasty hoe. I was like, oh, okay. So with your mama telling me that, I believed her face for it, and she was proud and happy to say it. You know what I'm saying? She was proud and happy to say, how she would play these dudes and, get the truckers. She was like, with the truckers, all they be wanting is some attention and stuff. As long as I get my money, I'm just like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't shit that people do that you ain't gonna really know. Well, some people ain't gonna really know, especially if you ain't really was brought up around that. Also, you can pay attention, like it's very notorious in the Black and Spanish community where it ain't like most of the time you see that Black or Spanish people, when they get their money and they come up on their money and they know that this type of stuff goes on in the family, people touching on the kids and all this craziness, most of the time they'll end up getting their money up to a point where they ain't got to go back and think about them folks. Because it's like, shit, I make too much money to be want to go back to the hood, right? Or too much money to want to go back around, family that still do, blue collar and white collar jobs. You won't really see them, or they the rich auntie or rich family or something like that. Or they don't really bring around particular people from the family or mention them due to the simple fact because they want to keep that under wraps or try to forget it. Or that end up turning in, like if you see the Four Brothers, Vince, whatever his name, Sweets was, and when he ended up getting beat up at the end, it was like, yeah, he got tired of being bullied and stuff like that. And those be the men that would do what they used to see in the streets, but they'll protect their kids. But when it came to anybody else's kids, family, they didn't care if they got a track of them or use them, you name it. So it's like, I guess it was like, it was always there. And I wanted to say this like over a year ago, but then it was just like, no, baby, be patient. We're going to wait till we go ahead and release it. We're going to wait till we go ahead and release it. And I guess today was one of those to release it because, like I said, I had saw my son who already passed on. I had saw my oldest daughter. And then I had saw my son, which it was showing me that they was trying to throw him in the Everglades, like to the Gators or some shit like that. And then Yana, it was like they try to set her up to, do something like still be promiscuous, beat her up, and then, R-word her and then unalive her. And then it was, I saw Misha, and I was just like, what the hell is going on? So I was just like, you know what? I said, I guess people just been real busy with how they trying to utilize and do these things. But I'm not, new to it. That's why I was like, damn, what's in my energy? Why all these gay people in my energy? Why all this is going on? But then it's just like, it's only been one person in my, outside of those folks that's really been like close to me. And I was like, well, it's only been him. That was the only person I was let in. But I was just like, damn, he didn't have to like, all this shit would have stayed undercover had he just stayed the fuck away. But instead, you just wanted to stay in the face, wanted to create chaos and an illusion. But I know you was sent from my ex-husband and my fucking so-called mama. So I'm just like, bruh. And then it's like, okay, well, we'll get rid of her. We have the child unalived and stuff like that. But it's just like, bruh, like, was it you that did it? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's whatever, because it's like, also, it's just like, shit, I already had found once before, and I was like, shit, you lucky I didn't turn his ass in a long time ago from what the fuck I found on that phone. But I was like, shit, he'll go through hell with whoever it is that he was convinced was so much better in that situation. But like I said, in the next 24 hours, I paid attention to those details, and like literally, I did not feel that I would be getting this type of message. But I was like, damn. But I mean, I already knew. I was like, nah, that motherfucker looked like a trans to me, bruh. That was a trans. But most of them, they use transsexuals to traffic them. But most of them, they look real like a woman coming from like Brazil and Colombia and shit like that, and get those really good surgeries done. Child, too. And I was just like, oh, so y'all use them, but most of them coming in, they done the wives and kept the kids. Or sometimes they unalive the wives and the kids, and then they go live their life. And then, or, most of the time when they coming to do that, they really, trying to live a different life, like trying to portray as a woman. But they be out here in them streets doing the same shit too. So I'm just like, look, people be playing like, oh, they supposed to be clueless and not know this, but most of the time that they're trying to utilize this, say for instance at a church, oh, we're LGBT friendly. Just know that church is the one helping these motherfuckers traffic that shit. Guns, drugs, kids, money, long as they getting paid, they don't care. Most of the time, it just depends on paying attention to who's around you and what's the behavior, how they hang out with people, how they, what people are they really want to be close to, because that's usually what it is. Because it's like, for me, I'm just the type of person. One thing you should not do: don't lie to me and don't fucking cross me. Because once you do, I'm not showing mercy. I'm not sparing nothing. I'm gonna stand 10 toes, but don't try to bring something that you're not prepared to be able to handle. Oh, that was supposed to be a secret. Ain't shit no motherfucking secret if you was willing to go ahead and hack somebody's phone just to keep something coming out, just to try to play a psychological war. But for me, like, bro, I know you have ties, but this shit ran a way deeper than what it was, that it shouldn't even. Y'all could have kept that shit over there, but why would you want to bring it over here? But this is what it's going to be: a group of people realizing that's what the fuck you get for listening and taking the word of other people. Because then you will have all these people trying to convince you, like, oh, stay away from them two people, don't talk to those two people. But those be the two motherfucking people that you probably would want to go talk to and observe on your fucking own. Because pay attention when it's a group of people always trying to shun somebody. Because somebody, whoever they trying to shun and convince you like it's stupid, they don't know what they talking about. And then you end up fuck around and find the fuck out. And now you sit here like, shit, how we gonna switch this up in the next 20 hours? Because you only got fucking 24 hours before these motherfuckers hit on y'all spots. You don't think for a second they ain't fit to be hitting these clubs, these bars? You think they ain't tracking half of these fucking people? It's about 20 people right now in the fucking city or Orlando down to fucking Miami that they got their eyes gunshot on. And for the fact that they try to play with my motherfucking name, oh, she fake, y'all need me more than whoever it is that you getting your readings from, or whoever you doing. You need me way more with what the motherfuckers talking about. You gonna need me. But I don't give a fuck to help nobody now, because it's like, that's what you get. It's 20 people right now that need me more than motherfucking ever. If you don't want to get caught up, deported, or locked up for 20 plus years, you should have been coming over here, because you shouldn't have took the word of somebody trying to tell you and convince you, don't listen to them, don't listen to them. But the fact that I blew up the spot, and when I was saying this and you wanted to interrupt in my video, and that's why I said, if this video comes out choppy or anything otherwise while I was sitting here trying to tell y'all what the hell was going on, thank you for trying to go ahead and play. We can throw out the fact that y'all trying to play mental or psych problems. We can throw that away, because the fact of the matter is, that's what the fuck it is. Any man that gotta sit there and play in a fucking woman's face, you a bitch. You want to be a girl and you sleep with a fucking man. For me personally, that's what I'm gonna chop you up to. Please dismiss yourself. Carry on. Go do what it is that you got to do. A grown ass man that you got to be in a group chat, move the fuck along. You are not a man to me. You're not a man to me. I don't give a fuck. Oh, they get you. Who is a woman to tell what a man to be? I don't give a fuck. Apparently not you. If you got to sit here and be bitching at your fucking phone and try to fuck with a fucking female phone because you want to be a woman so bad, or you just can't come out and live proud. If you a fucking gay motherfucker, be gay and fucking proud. Shit, do that shit out loud. Quit doing that shit in quiet. Quit trying to do that shit in secret. If you do that shit, you do that shit. That's just your lifestyle. But then it's like you get mad at a person that, hey, shit, I can do what the fuck I please. I'm not concerned about who gonna say what. Shit, religion do not rule me. Religion can probably rule you. You try to concern to put on a fucking image for your mama and daddy and granny and them. And shit, they probably the biggest fucking closeted motherfuckers you will ever know. Unbeknownst to you, he probably been doing it to your fucking granny for the last 50, 60 years. That's why people be trying to play shit. It's just like, ain't no need for it. If you live how the fuck you live it, you ain't gonna ever have no fucking problem. You won't ever have no fucking problem, because the thing of it is, this is your word. And so what? What's your point? Oh, you gay? Okay, so what's your point? And I guarantee whoever it is that trying to make a point or whatever, trying to bring the Bible into, guess what? They ain't got no point. They have no point. Because you want to know what? Most of the time, the people who got to attack you, they mad because they can't do the shit that you're doing. They scared to do it. Oh, I'm concerned of how people are going to look at me. If I wear my shirt like this, they're going to think like I'm some kind of slut. Oh my God. And so fucking what? You probably is the biggest one in the bedroom, so fucking what? So if the person, whoever is choosing you, man or woman, or whatever the fuck it is that you into, they with you because they with you. They ain't with you because you sitting here and doing it. Most of the time, anybody shouldn't be with your ass. If you can't be your motherfucking self with that person, you put it on the fucking facade that whole fucking time. That's where people try to play, oh, it's like I never fucking knew you. No, you didn't choose to want to go to know that person, because I should have knew you before I fucking got into this shit. You should be able to, like, regardless, when you with somebody, you should be able to know when they getting ready to fucking break down. You should be able to know, even if they're not even fucking talking to you, come here, come lay on my lap. Even if they're not telling you nothing, come here, let me love on you. You may not know exactly what it is, but you know, hey, they aura, they energy, that face look like something bothering them. I know they not ready to fucking talk, but I know something's bothering you. Come here. I'm the type of, it's no different from when you intuitively know and you're connected to your children. You know when something wrong with your kids. You know when something ain't right. You know when something missing. That's why when I was telling, I felt my son leaving my womb. I knew when he was dead. Something happened. It was, hey, that noise is off. As parents, you know if certain noise is off with the kids, they get a little too fucking quiet, they into some shit, right? Or they too loud, hey, we know they good. They loud. You hear everybody's voices. You know the difference between your kids' voices and shit like that. You gonna know. When you are an in tune person or an in tune parent with your kids, it's no different. It's the same thing that when you're with a person who you meant to be with, you're going to be in tune with their ass, even if you don't want to. A man that's for real in tune with his woman, babe, you good? And she going to probably do something where you going to know that, hey, something ain't right with her. Vice versa. What made me pick up the phone to call my husband? What possessed me to pick up the phone to call, the kids? Because intuitively, your intuition is going off, whether you know it's intuition or not. Hey, your voice sounds off. You okay? You gonna pull up on your wife, or you gonna pull up on your husband, or you gonna pull up on them kids because you know something ain't right. It don't take no fucking rocket scientists. And sometimes some people miss out on people that is divinely meant for them, because it's like, how did you know I was stranded or something? They probably didn't know you were stranded, but they knew something was wrong. Something was up, or you felt some way. Whether it was a happy moment, sad moment, they just knew it was something. So when you in tune with people, you gonna know what the hell is up. But then also it's just like, this is going to also teach a lot of people, quit trying to judge a situation. Because I'm telling you, a whole bunch of people bringing something to me about other people, I need this person in the room. You not for to bring shit to me in the room, because you not fit to try to persuade my motherfucking judgment on somebody else, because it's probably some shit 10 times out of 10 is a jealous, envious, or a petty motherfucker trying to bring you something in a situation that's going to fuck you up in the end. And now you locked up, or now you caught up in some drama or some he say, she say. Now you caught up in court situations. Now your life is on the line. Now your kid's life on the line, because you went over here and listened to a motherfucker that was in their goddamn feelings and they couldn't tell you the truth. And now you became one of their fucking monkeys, and now you're guilty by association and serving fucking 20 to life for some shit that all it took for you to do was speak the fuck up and tell someone, hey, these people had said this. Is this true? I would rather a whole bunch of y'all motherfuckers would have came to me and be like, hey, I heard this from your auntie, or I heard this from this dude or this person. Okay, what's up? When a person ain't got shit to hide or lie about, most of the time I realize most people are scared of that fucking person because they know they're not going to candy coat shit. Or they just not prepared to get the harsh reality of a fucking situation. It'd be too many fucking people trying to play that shit. So you have to be mindful of how people trying to play that. Like I said, the newest thing where a lot of people ain't paying attention to. And as a woman, it's like I said, I have nothing against the gay community. Like, I don't fuck with, dudes that if you outwardly gay and you proud of it and whatever, and you know you deserve to be loved because you deserve to be loved out loud in public, not in fucking secret, I would never be a friend with somebody who's a transsexual or call themselves gay that be messing with men that they know is on the down low. If you fuck with a man that's on the down low, get the fuck out of my face. I cannot trust you. I would not ever fucking trust you. Because you will give me the energy and the facade that most of the time these be the females with a gay friend, where they'll send this gay friend to go mess with that straight woman and try to fuck up her life. I've seen it happen too many times. And the fact that this last motherfucker tried to pull that shit, I'm like, bruh, do you not understand how fucking in a danger zone that you in? So regardless, like, shit, I'll take the time. Shit, I ain't got shit to fucking lose at this time, bruh. So your life ain't fucking valuable to me. Your kids is not fucking valuable to me. Your fucking family is not valuable to me. Shit, not even mine. So if I'm willing to sacrifice all this shit and say, fuck it, which somebody will be sitting here like, they're very cold-hearted. Call it what the fuck you want, but guess what? When you play so long in other people's face, you play in their energy, do you think you're going to be safe? And then the worst thing that half of these people not realizing, at any given time, the person that you decided to play with, did you bring them around your family? Did you bring them around your kids? Did you bring them around things that you really cherish, love, business, work, or anything? So you have to fucking recollect yourself before you wreck yourself in a fucking situation, and then you fuck around and find out, like, why is my business going to shit? Why are people stop talking to me? Did you forget that person that you was trying to set up and fuck up their life? So they end up hitting your ass with a Uno reverse, and they realized and they watched and observed everybody that you was talking to, whether you was taking them around the people that you felt they didn't know, or you felt that, oh, I'm moving here and I'm moving here, baby. You ain't a mover and shaker when you fucking really dealing with a person that's really on that mover and shaker shit. Like I said, they was really, like, they was banking on me. They were really just, oh, this is going to be our prodigal child. She's going to be our one that's going to be our number one hitter and get this stuff done. I knew since I was fucking 12 that shit wasn't for me. When I'm having to sit there and look at these grown-ass men in their feelings from a bitch. saw women destroy fucking men's life, and I was like, I don't want no parts. Because how far that shit could really go whenever shit piss off a fucking man in the worst way, and especially if it's a man trying to get his life in fucking order, that's the worst day, a sad day in fucking hell for some women. You think I'm sitting here feeling bad on the news where it's like, oh, she went back to the boyfriend and he killed her and her kids. Low key in the background, I'm fucking laughing. You want to know why? Because I can guarantee if we sit there and go back to the jail and go ask this man what happened and led up to him wanting to unalive this woman, and most of the time they're going to say, oh, you know what I'm saying, he was abusive and da-da-da-da. But are we going back to ask the question on both ends? Was she swinging and hitting on his ass too? 10 times out of 10, her ass was probably beating on his ass too. They both was sitting there ruffling and tussling with each other, arguing and shit, going back and forth. Bringing back STDs to back and forth to motherfuckers. That's how people end up losing their motherfucking lives. Y'all sitting here thinking, feeling all sad, or have some decency and humanity. Baby, humanity been gone about 30 years ago. Because you got to think about all this shit. If people willing to take fucking money and stalk and harass and report back on somebody's life based off a fucking lie, here you go. And there it is. Oh, he shot and killed that woman's baby. Guess what? Did anybody sit there and ask the question, what was the conversation between this woman and this man? Did anybody ask, okay, baby mama, baby daddy drama? Oh, he said that his baby mama was the one to keep burning her and da-da-da-da. Well, and you know, it seems like the problem is kid. Okay, I'm going to tell you the logical process of this crazy ass bitch that ended up killing the child. Her thought process was, if I kill this child for this man, I can have this man in peace, and all that drama between them two will go away. But her not realizing, shit, was it worth you going to fucking prison for that shit? Because now he ain't fit to do shit for your ass locked up. You locked up now. So he don't really give a shit. He's still free and your ass locked up. So now he fit to go on to the next woman, and you ain't gonna have a chance in hell. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people are not thinking about all this stuff. So people are so fucking narrow-minded and such fucking followers that they don't sit there and think for 1 second, hold up, wait a minute. I know you telling me all of this about this one person, but hold up. Whether you even say anything to these motherfuckers, I'm gonna pull up on a motherfucker. Okay, you saying don't? Okay. Well, unbeknownst to you, I'm still fit to go ask this person about this. Hey, did you say something about this? I wouldn't give a fuck how the fuck it's coming across. I just need to know the truth. He say, she say, and then it's a motherfucking truth. But most of the time, the truth of the matter of the person of getting the information you do, y'all too busy trying to, I'm going to make them look crazy. I'm going to make them do this. You participated in that, right? If you do the crime, do the motherfucking time. But don't get mad at somebody that will be able to call out the bullshit that you getting yourself in, but you want to end their motherfucking life because you don't know how to live a fucking truth. Shit, if you're a criminal, you're a criminal. Shit, it just means that you're fucking good at killing. That just means you're fucking good at trafficking. It just means you're fucking good at being gay for fucking pay. It don't fucking matter to me. I'm not here to fucking judge you, but at least speak your truth. I'm just the type of person, anybody can be around me. I don't give a fuck about what you do. Living your truth. Are you happy? But just don't pull that shit on me, because if I have to go ahead and do what I have to do, I'm airing this bitch out. Because if it's going to be, if you putting me in a predicament where I'm going to try to put you against the wall, I guarantee you for to be against this motherfucking wall. I've been backed into a fucking wall for 30 motherfucking years. You me feel no type of way. You should be religious and think I shouldn't think about shit that you're thinking, because bitch, you don't pay me to fucking think. The facts are the fucking facts. You not paying me to think about not a motherfucking thing. Are you paying me? Hell no. But you'll pay a motherfucker to try to end the motherfucker, but I guarantee if I give them a nice little bit of intel or detail about your ass, the same person you paid to come my way will definitely come back your way, because you want to know why? They already know how you're moving. They already know how you running the money. And not to mention the type of money you running, shit is probably pretty good. And taking your ass out, I'm pretty sure it's more money where it came from. So taking your ass out will probably be even more worth the fucking fun. You see what I'm saying? And most people they don't think about that. They too busy trying to follow and harass and do this shit. Because most of the time, like I'm telling them, don't ever allow me to get back into the dark world. Don't let me get back into the fucking hacking schemes. I was doing hacking shit at 14. So you doing shit that is not new to me. So psychologically, you will never fucking beat me. You could get your best psychiatrist and psychologist. You want to know what's going to be easy for me to fucking figure out? Where did you come from? That's it. I just only need that small fucking detail. Most of the time, people be want to dig. Shit, where you come from, what's the lifestyle, how you living, what you driving, and what you okay with and what you not okay with. Most of the time, these would be people that never had real life experience, and if they did, it was probably minor. Oh, I stole something as a kid. Oh, I might have fibbed a little bit. But most of the time, they don't have real fucking life experience. They ain't never fucking been through no real shit. So guess what? That fucking psychiatrist, psychologist wouldn't know if you're getting over on them or not. They won't. The only thing that they're going to be confused about, do I do this? Do I not? Do I have this going on? No, but most of the time, 10 times out of 10, you want to know what's the craziest thing? Whenever it comes to like criminal shit and they trying to unalive people, it's a female judge. No bullshit. all laughs, no breaks. The facts are the facts. Most of the time when people are getting away with it, it's a female judge. And then the people that's like law official is going to be males. And 10 times out of 10, they're swingers or they're undercover gay men. Because those are the easiest people for them to control. You want to know? Because it's a lifestyle. And then most of the time, it's a connection. Either they're going to do golf, they're going to go to church together, or it's a particular event that their kids do. And one of them is karate, jiu-jitsu, that type of shit. That community right there, those are the main people that usually get caught up in this shit. And it's like history, over 20 years of history, even if you were a fed person, look at the pattern and the behavior to recognize the truth of the matter. Any person who's basically federally doing the job and you call yourself a true ass investigator and you on top of your shit, that right there, you will see the pattern. It's a fucking female judge. They in a type of secret community or society. 10 times out of 10, you can't, most of them, I'm gonna say Shriners, but Shriners kind of like chill the fuck off that shit a little bit. Do they still got their little business going? Hell yeah. But the most of them that's been trying to like take up and get ranked up has been the black and Hispanic motherfuckers that's Eastern Stars and Masons and shit. Then most of the time, like I said, I've never fucking respected Eastern Stars females because they always have a fucking jealousy thing and they always, oh my man, but they men be the biggest fucking cheaters. And 10 times out of 10, even in the fucking military, the motherfuckers always was getting fucking chlamydia, gonorrhea, or they fucking had herpes. Every fucking Mason in the fucking military. It's no secret to that shit. It's no secret to it. It's a fucking fact. Most of the time, like I should have known better because most of the time, if you can encounter a person and that man or that woman is like a Build-A-Bear type of situation, they only fucking with you because they feel you are opportunity on a come up. And I was like, damn, this motherfucker, I gotta keep trying to hold your hand and tell you what the fuck it is you gotta do. And I was like, sure, you just went through this with James. You literally just fucking went through this. So everything that this dude was doing, I was like, shit, you reminded me of the same, what the fuck he was doing. You was doing the same shit. Creeping and geeking to fucking hotels. Your shit, like you have a fucking preference. Stick to it, motherfucker. Like, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck out of it. Shit, y'all could have did all y'all shit in peace, but here y'all go come fucking with me. For what? For chump change? Because they promised you something? If them motherfuckers did not put that money in your hand in that second, I'm not doing shit. I'm not doing no job for you. If you promise me $1 million, I need that $1 million right now before I sit here and do shit. Half of y'all motherfuckers doing shit for what, $1,000, $100, a gift card? Was that gift card or that $100 or that $1,000 or that $2,000, was it fucking worth your life to be going here to go to jail for 20 years? Fuck no. Because if you promise me a fucking $1 million, I'm gonna need that shit right now. Then I can go do what you need me to do because now I can bail myself out. Shit, I'm giving your ass the fuck up because you the one that wanted this shit. Whether you did the job or not, shit, I would have ran off on a motherfucking plug. I ain't gonna go fucking jail for 20 years over your ass. What? But the facts are the fact. That's all. Like, you took money for these people that call themselves my so-called family, bruh. You already fucked yourself in the midst of it. They've been under investigation from the feds for years, and everybody like, why you being a square? Why you? I'm keeping my nose fucking clean for a reason. They want to get their fucking nose dirty, then ain't got shit to do with me. Shit, you think I don't know how escort, stripper world, trafficking world, gun world, unaliving world works? And now people like, you know what, she right. But I tell her, no, you don't gotta tell me. But the facts are the fucking facts. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers going out here, getting these transsexuals from these other countries, that most of the time they done unalive their wives. They getting married to these little 69 gods, as Kendrick Lamar call them. Y'all out here fucking with these freaky ass wannabe 69 guys, messing with y'all kids or teenagers. Like what was it? The man divorced the mama and ended up marrying the daughter type shit. Weird ass shit. Motherfucker, if you a weird ass nigga, just own that shit, but get the fuck away from a person that's actually trying to live their life and do better. It's a bitch willing to be gullible and stupid, who don't know their worth, don't have no fucking self-esteem or confidence. Cause they gotta go get botched surgeries and BBLs and shit just to fucking feel confident. Bitch, I could see you doing a tummy tuck or something like that, but shit, taking it to the extreme just to get somebody to look at you, you are seeking that attention. Don't get mad at a bitch, I'm just doing it naturally. The most I ever fucking wanted was just, hey, I lose weight, I gain weight, I just wanted the fucking skin removed. I'm not fit to have them touch on my booty, hey, just remove the skin and the excess fat that I need gone, that's it. Fix my teeth and call it a day. So I can feel good for me, it ain't fucking feel good for nobody else. These other bitches, they try to feel good for everybody else. And then now you got the issue of a fucking man trying to tell what the fuck a woman's supposed to be. Sir, you don't even know what one is. Your mama wasn't one, baby. Your mama wasn't even good. That's the first bitch that broke your heart, and it shows because you don't know how to treat a fucking woman when you have a woman. But you know how to treat a girl. Because a little girl, you can fucking manipulate. You can get a little girl to do your dirty work. A little girl gonna want to do anything to try to make that man happy. Like, yeah, see, baby, I stalked her today. Look, baby. And now you sitting there, look, baby, I'm behind bars. Are you coming to get me out? No, bitch, he's leaving your ass in there. You was just an idiot to do his dirty work. That was no different. He was, oh, I should have beat my baby mama. That's between you and your baby mama, but what, she ain't did shit to me. I'm just concerned about the child, so what you do about your child? I also learned in that process, anytime that you got to sit here and keep trying to tell a man like, hey, these are your rights to your child, or, you know, get your kids type shit, that man don't give a fuck about that kid. He's telling you and showing you in every fucking which way he don't give a fuck about them motherfucking kids. Honey, he's there for the benefit. He just knows that you're a good person, a good heart. You probably got cable, Wi-Fi, and snacks and food, and you know how to fucking cook, because 10 times out of 10, if you go to their mama house and mama don't know how to cook, ain't nobody cooking. And then when the motherfucker cooking, ain't no flavor in it, it ain't sticking. Motherfuckers that they eating out every fucking day, and then they get mad and try to play in your face and have the audacity to talk about you. Bitch, I know how to cook a meal. It ain't just spaghetti and Alfredo. Motherfucker, we can do meatloaf, we can make lambs, we can make bison, we can make other shit. Make it make sense. Y'all have to pay attention to the small, pay attention to the details. If you got to tell a person more than twice about something that they could do to elevate their life or to fucking do better or just to speak up on, they don't want to do that. It's a game to them. By the time you say something the second time, don't let it be a fucking third time, because the third time they trying to fuck with you and play in your motherfucking face. I don't give a fuck if it's a work position. I don't care if it's in life, relationship, business. If you have to keep saying it more than twice, understand that person is trying to intentionally play in your fucking face. Even if in the midst of an investigation, you got to come back to another person, and you're intuitively as an investigator, you got to come back again, know for a fact this person was already trying to play in your face. It don't matter in whatever type of situation. If you got to say it more than motherfucking twice, that third time that motherfucker trying to play in your face. Simple, point blank. I asked you a question, then you realize even if you questioning a person, right? and you ask the question in a particular way twice, right? By that third time, you get ready to switch it up how you asking this person a question and you finally get the fucking answer, that alone should tell you that person was intentionally setting you up and wanted to play in your motherfucking face. And at that time, that's why when it comes to court cases and judges and people in the people doing their investigation on these motherfuckers, that's why they be wanting to throw the book at motherfuckers. Shit, I don't give a fuck. If I did it, I did it. If I said it, I said it. Whoop the fuck to do. But don't be trying to falsely accuse and falsely arrest a motherfucker because your ass can't rest because you got caught up in some bullshit. Don't get yourself mad. That just shows more or less what your character is. You are jealous, you are a petty motherfucker, and you be willing to do some dirty shit just to keep your secrets hidden. If you didn't have a secret in the first place and you was full transparency, you wouldn't have a problem in the first place. Cause well, God don't like this. Who the fuck are you? You ain't God his motherfucking self. And for the fact that you trying to take something out of somebody else's eyes and you got a whole bunch of glass, rocks, and dirts in your motherfucking eyes, you ain't got no business sitting there talking about nothing. Nothing on no fucking body. Cause there be people that be forgetting. Didn't you remember about 20 years ago you used to work at this strip club? You remember about 20 years ago the NDA that you signed to go sleep with that football player? You remember that NDA that you used to have to do after the strip club and you went to go do that house party back in 96? You forgot about that? It'd be a motherfucker to be quick to try to throw religion over it. Quit trying to throw religion over the fact that you was a hoe back in the day. Honor that fact. Shit, I would respect the bitch on the cool pit talking about, yeah, I was a hoe back in the day. Oh, okay, I can respect it. Shit, it remind me of the clip where that lady said, yes, I was on that crack. And I was sucking dick for money. And she said that shit right there in front of the church getting saved. But shit, the fact of the matter of it is, a real person who was really into that aspect would have been like, I respect it. It wouldn't have been no judgment. Now, it's funny as fuck, but it would have been no judgment, though. Because it's just like, shit, it's just how the cookie crumbles. Shit, why the fuck would I get mad? Ain't no judgment. If that's just who you are, that's who you are. But shit, I would have respected little buddy, hey, keep it G with me if this is what it is and that's what your preference is, or if that was your motherfucking lifestyle, cool. All right, whatever. But the fact that I'm having to put the pieces together like, oh, so your mama only said that bullshit because you was telling her that I was just a friend, but you gonna go with just a friend and help this person move her life with her kids to Puerto Rico to stay in your family house, but I was just a friend? Okay. But I was just like, all right, whatever. Then it's like, then you gonna try to put somebody in a fucking group chat and try to talk about that shit? Take your bitch ass from me, because I'm telling you, anybody coming towards me with that fuck shit, and then on top of that, it was you setting me up that whole time. Like, he knew that whole time. And like I said, if it was a bunch of fucking transsexuals and gay motherfuckers that was fucking with my car and everything. And then they came from Puerto Rico, came out there to motherfucking Orlando with that shit. I was like, nigga, this shit is on you, my guy. I was like, bruh, that shit was on you. And then it's like, I'm asking you straight up to your motherfucking face, did they fucking pay you, bruh? I would have fucking gave his ass mercy had you just kept it G. But now it's like, oh, you trying to come from no motherfucker. I'm not coming for your life. The truth of the matter is, me putting the pieces together, it was your ass that did that to them folks people. And the fact that they sat there and they tracked me down to even when I was moving, oh, they had been watching me for a cool little minute just to see whatever fucking lie that you was trying to put out there in the street. And they clearly got to see for themselves, like, she ain't into none of this. The only thing that they could see was I went in my room, I mind my business. The only time you would see me out front of my door if I was smoking me a blunt, and then I'll go right back in. I'll speak if somebody spoke, and I called it that. It was nothing more, nothing less. And then anybody that came to my room, shit, like I said, the boy from the Virgin Islands, the boy from the school, and then it's him. But they only got what? Drew only got it twice, and then one dude only got it that time. But outside of that, that was all that boy, the little Puerto Rican boy. That was all him. But bitch, you knew, like he knew. When I seen that nigga do that smirk at the door, you couldn't even turn around and look me in the eye. You a grown ass man in your motherfucking 30s. You couldn't look me in your eye. I say, bruh, Bruh, you was lucky. I was like, but then at the same time, like I said, I had enough fucking common sense. Instead of me fucking wilding the fuck out and getting out my body, shooter, just leave. Let it go. Let it go. And they want to take your kids, let it go. They feel they can do better, let it go. I just wanted my divorce done. I just needed fucking paperwork. But like I said, when I went to Clarksville, Tennessee, Montgomery County, them motherfuckers thought they was looking at me like they saw a ghost. Not to mention, it made it even worse when the fucking Clarksville police, mind you, the school has a police there. I was just trying to go see my daughters. And that fucking police officer, and I've seen his little light bright ass in the fucking car. I was like, damn, I remember his face. That was somebody, and how my daughter described him, I was like, oh, it's him. So that was who Regina called to go pull up to go sit in the, not Riverside, but Rossview Road. So it's a church, and then they family's house is over there. And they used to have like land, but I guess some of the family sold off a little piece of it. But I'm just sitting there like, oh, so y'all niggas trying to set this shit up. So I was like, sure, just get the fuck up out of there, go back to Nashville and call it what it is. And then for my daughters to be acting how they was, it was like I could tell that they spooked my daughters, but they wouldn't tell me. But it's like, I can't help nobody if they're not telling me anything. I can't help nobody in this situation. So that's what I'll be saying. It's going to go down how the fuck it's going to go down. It's going to go one or two ways. I'm going to get that phone call or a knock on the door. Hey, your kids is gone. But it was a power pool because they want fucking money. And then for me to go ahead and get the notification of them trying to use the fucking email that they pulled the insurance fucking policy, I was just like, oh, all right. So this is all over fucking money. And I had been saying that for a cool minute. And even Buddy was sitting there like, oh, why would your family do that, bro? You are not a good liar. And the fact that you are a liar, and I'm aware that you're a fucking liar, and the fact that you're trying to cover up to try to tell the truth, it just didn't fucking work. So I was just like, yeah, motherfucker, you getting paid for this shit, but you trying to snake me for some dumb shit? Like, half of this shit is just like, what the fuck ever. But it's like, see, your little thing would go away if y'all had fucking left me alone. You think I'm giving a shit about, oh, okay, transsexuals and y'all utilizing them? Because most of the time, that's how motherfuckers get their power and be, utilizing people. Once a man knows, especially if he's the drug lord or pushing shit, oh, you a gay motherfucker? That'd be their key and clue to some shit. And then don't let them be married. I got that over you. Most of the time, Eastern Stars and Masons, I got this secret over you. You gonna keep my secret, I'm gonna keep your sister. And then they be on this sister wife shit. That's your problem. I had an old NCO, her name Dion. I forgot her last name. I don't know if it was Richardson or whatever the fuck it was. She was one of my NCOs at 101st, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And she was like, I don't want nobody to know, that my new husband introduced me to the sister wives and stuff like that. And it was like, she was trying to come in. And then when she fucked up, it was like, yeah, I took the hypnosis course and stuff like that. I was like, y'all some dirty ass bitches. I know that. But that right there had already alerted me that they were doing some shit when it came to my ex-husband, James Henry. And then I was like, all right. But then my mom had said something when I had came back from Colorado to go to Florida. She said some shit that had already alerted me. So even the way that it went with all this situation, I'm thinking like, all right, well, maybe, with him coming in and granted, him confessing like, hey, I slept with a man or whatever the case may be. All right, cool, no judgment. And he should have just took that shit to heart. But then it was like, now you playing in my face. So once he had did some stupid shit and I put his ass out. When he came back, it was just like, the behavior changed. So not only that, you getting caught up in some shit. So I was like, already I knew not to trust his ass. So I'm like, anytime that I needed to get away and a man is trying to play in my face, motherfucker, I'm gonna utilize you to get the fuck out to wherever it is that I need to go. I wanted to go to Puerto Rico. That was always a goal since I was fucking 16 years old, was to live in Puerto Rico and just have the experience. But then here it is, this motherfucker was intentional and he had a fucking vendetta. And he made sure that after a while, when I put him out that second time, that he made my life hell. So I was like, you know what? This is a bitch made dude. You gotta be gay to want to fuck up a woman's life. Especially if a woman's like, you do what you do, and it is what it is. Like, I would have left that shit alone. Keep it real. But if you gonna keep fucking playing in my face and then trying to lay with me, That's where you created a fucking problem. And then you trying to play with my emotions. Then you trying to play with my feelings. But then on top of that, that boy had ample time. When my son got killed that day, you went with me to the hospital. You went with me to go see his body. You went with me to go pick up that stuff. Now you building that bond. Bro, I should have fucking fucked you up on that spot. And anybody else would have been like, I could feel you on that. You would have never had no fucking problem. You could have went on the radar, played on other people's tops, feelings, time, and shit like that. But you could have just left me the fuck alone. You fucked up my peace and my serenity. So now I will come and destroy everything. If you felt you knew a demon, you was a real good demon, I will show you what the fuck evil really is. I can show you what really good is, or I can show you what real fucking hate is. Because I have a balance. Some motherfuckers don't have a balance because they only think one way and then they feel like they're getting away with shit because guess what? They don't know how to switch their brain. They'll be quick to try to think, oh, they have a mental problem. They have this because we can do it in numbers. And I have this connect and I have this connect. Bitch, I seen how the fuck they go. You're not doing shit new that I am already fucking know. If you had did something different, then maybe you could have got away with it. But none of this was different. Pattern recognition, behavior recognition. That's rule of law. Regardless of what is going on, it's going to be a pattern. It's going to be a behavior. I'm not going to go on to just judge you off jump. No, you're going to have to do something to create a pattern. Is it consistent? Is it inconsistent? Is it the same? And a lot of these motherfuckers was very consistent in hateful ass fucking behavior. And then have the audacity to try to run and hide behind a fucking Bible. Or hide behind, I go to church, I'm a Christian, but you the biggest fucking scammer. You the biggest motherfucking liar. And then have the audacity to try to bring church into it. Motherfucker, you a reap karma. You think you Jesus, God, whoever the fuck you praying to, hey, you got to answer to someone bigger than that. Because now you playing with the word. And then you get mad at a motherfucker that got to tell you, hey, I'm spiritual before anything. Because in order for you to connect to the religious aspect, and you call yourself trying to connect to a religion, you need to be spiritual before anything. You don't think they teaching you occult, esoteric, and spiritual fucking matters when you go to these Christian or Catholic church? Duh. Shit, the females and people that used to go to the Catholic church, they was the big hoes. Shit, the preacher's kids and pastor's kids were the first ones getting pregnant, losing their virginity and shit. Y'all remember doing the little virginity, wear your promise ring, I won't lose my virginity till I get married. Them motherfuckers was popping their cherry by the time they was fucking 14. Then suck more dick than you can think of. Child, try that shit again. But then I got to have the audacity to try to hide shit, lie, try to manipulate people's phones and shit like that. Like, that I'm telling you, they trying to make sure that I don't use this phone. I can guarantee you, falling into the same behaviors because you have misguided fucking anger and you don't know how to direct it to yourself and self-reflect and say, hey, you know what, I did fuck up. Damn, I could have just told the person the truth and then left it at that. It's some simple shit that a lot of fucking people could have did, but then instead of, I'm gonna take this person's word, fuck all that. I ain't ever taking no motherfucking person's word. You know when someone deserves some shit, but you know when they deserve it when you can get both sides of the fucking situation. Because most of the time you have to be very fucking careful in that shit. You have to. Because if not, you dragging yourself straight to motherfucking hell, first class ticket with your ass wagging, shaking with some motherfucking flaming ass fucking toes, with a fucking bandana and some titties on top of your head. Shit, the fuck? Pay attention to that shit. Because sometimes there's a motherfucker that's mad and jealous because they can't get to a place that another person is at. And now they done drag about 30, 40 fucking people into some shit. And then when the motherfucking 29 of the people discover, like, you got us involved in this because you was in your feelings? It's too late now because shit, like I said, feds is on the ground. They gonna allow y'all to carry the fuck on. They gonna see how far you gonna take it. They gonna see how much money you dropping in cryptocurrency and you doing it digitally. You hacking to people's phones and shit like that, and people actually speaking up about the shit. Oh, they watching all of that. Once they had got up to 3 people or 3 people having the same situation, now you gonna have eyes on you like a hawk. So you can sit there and pay people to watch somebody all fucking day. Well, overseeing those same people who watching whoever that one person is, for that one person you watching all day, every fucking day, just know there's about 30 motherfucking people building up a case as we motherfucking speak. As you sitting there stalking, hawking, watching, thinking you collecting, background recording. Ooh, girl, I have to record this. Let me screenshot this and put it in the group chat today. Let me put it in the Facebook. You was the one that screenshotted it, right? You was the one that was recording it, right? You was the one that put it in. You the one taking the time. Why I'm getting 42 years and they only get 3? You was the one that fucking recorded it, right? You knew this group or hate group, because now you coming into a hate crime towards an individual that you participated in. But all I did was just record it and send y'all the picture. All I did was telephone and tell them that they was up. Okay, you facing 30 years. Period. You gotta understand that it's the game, baby. And with them trying to reconnect this fucking system, the police system, they gotta let go of them fucking people that they locked up over the reefer and the weed and shit. So now we gotta replace these systems so they can still get their equity out of this. So guess what? Y'all a hot commodity. Oh, they getting 10 years. So guess what? These people that own these police stations, these prisons and shit, oh, they counting up. Okay, so the feds is telling us we about to get 30 people. You not know if you got military ties. Oh shit, they getting extra fucking money on that. Don't let you still have ties and you still part of active guard and shit like that. Oh, we can put them in Fort Knox. Oh, Guantanamo. Oh shit, they ready for y'all. And on the fact that they know certain things is coming up and stuff like that, child, you make it something way easier than what it is. You basically playing with your own death, and then you see trying to make death for somebody else. Come on now. Now, it's some people that can literally, it's up to 7 people that I know for a fact that I could save to get out of this shit. It's 7 people for a fact that I know I could help to get out of it. Now, do they deserve it? Fuck no. You know you in some fucked up shit. But considering, I can respect it if you can bring some shit to me and keep it G. But if not, shit, fuck them. What the fuck that got to do with me? You can either get the penalty, life, 20, some fuckers 10 years, and some of them, I'm telling you, some of these motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to afford the fee that they will have to pay. So it's a big ass fine that some of these people won't even be able to afford when it's time for their ass to get locked up. It's some of these motherfuckers that spent up the money that they got, not realizing, hey, you're gonna need a good ass fucking attorney for one. 2, you're gonna need some at least over $20,000 for some of these people just to bond out. And these motherfuckers have spent up so much fucking money, they ain't even gonna have the money to fucking bond out. I could put the house up for collateral. Didn't you already do that? Some of these motherfuckers are already behind on their mortgage because they're asking for extensions and shit. Balling was a habit, right? Y'all was balling the fuck out. Now your ass can't bond the fuck out. And then half the people that you would want to use to bond you out, they can't bond you out because they getting fucking locked up in question too. So the money that they would have been bringing to you, they trying to give to their motherfucking self to try to get an attorney to get out of it. Oh, you can't have this. Shit, it's about 10 motherfuckers that probably already got robbed for the money that they did have. Now we in it's a fuck around, find out season. You can't sit here and try to call people fake or try to call people evil, hateful. No, you're mad because I'm a fucking balanced person and I don't give a fuck. You want me to jeopardize my sanity and my motherfucking peace? No, I'll disrupt yours. You was peacefully okay doing what the fuck it was, but now we have to shut that shit down real quick, and now it's like, I thought you said, oh no, baby, we ain't shooking and juking shit. You was over here on some jive turkey type shit, and I had to go ahead and drive your ass to understand this ain't a motherfucking game. It's some things you ain't said yet. It's a whole bunch of shit that I can motherfucking say, but I'm not fit to waste my time. Are you gonna do the right thing? You wanna keep fucking playing? We can keep releasing more and more every day. It gets interesting every fucking day. Shit, this is like Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid could be a kid, and you being a rat and snitching, because you want to get the fuck out of it, right? You cherish your motherfucking life, you would have spoke the fuck up instead of trying to do something to oppress a motherfucker. You impressing a motherfucker that couldn't even fucking pay for it. Fuck you mean? And then it'll be a motherfucker, oh, I can promise you this, I can do this. No, baby, it's drawing the fuck up. Now you mad because, oh damn, these people don't want to fuck with me no more. I wouldn't want to fuck with you either. Oh, they finna get us caught up in this. It's a motherfucker sitting here was trying to keep people convinced to try to come attack me, and now it's like, shit, I'm gonna go fuck with you real quick. Hold up. And then once you realize, like I told motherfucker, you lie so fucking much, your life depends on you speaking a motherfucking truth. And you speaking the truth to a person and you choosing not to, now you fuck your own life. Now you getting mad because it's like, damn, I didn't know. You gotta, you gotta realize what shit you got yourself involved in, bruh. This shit runs way deeper. You sit here thinking you gullible and you thinking you own some shit, and then you realize like, oh, that motherfucker really on that. I ain't gotta fucking show my motherfucking hand to you every fucking time, but if I gotta do that, motherfucker, get off my titty. I ain't birth you. This breast milk wasn't for you. Shit. The last fucking baby that I had to breastfeed, well, that was fucking 7 years ago. Okay? And all my kids was breastfed. They ain't getting none of that fucking Similac, and the one they did, they fucking fucked that up. But accountability and fucking responsibility, hey, it is what the fuck it is. But you trying to plot and set up a person to do a robbery and to do a break-in to unalive somebody, to stage it as if I did it myself because, oh, we know she got a weapon and she got this. Keep getting up with these fucking bright ideas. Keep getting these fucking bright ideas, and I'm telling you, you're going to keep reaping karma at your motherfucking door every fucking time. Why is this happening at my job? How did I get my car hit? First of all, they're going to do it very fucking subtle before it gets very, very big. Whoever this fucking Aries or Gemini motherfucker or this Libra person, you might want to chill the fuck out because you're putting 6 people's lives in jeopardy. And it's kids at that, and some grandparents. So it's people you adore. So if you adore them enough, you'll chill the fuck up.